Mr. Graham, this weekend, we had the second leg of one of the biggest derbies in England that nobody knows about. The
Oh yeah,
South Coast Derby, baby.
yeah, the South Coast Derby.
A proper, right fucking proper South Coast Derby, my friend.
That's absolutely
And
right.
I got to say, it did not disappoint. It was worth waking up early for. It gave you everything you wanted at Fratton Park. Let's
Yes,
start the
please.
show.
Born in the land of Bowie, Maryland. Bred to be a fan of fucking never end. Punch you in the eye and drink your rye. Sam Houston. Sam Houston? Arsenal fans have another Sam. Right, yay, the fucking Gooner Graham. The stump of the Lord. But straight and short. Sam Graham, hey. Sam Graham.
Hello and welcome to DU Does EFL, a completely biased recap of the rest of English football as told by two common American schmucks. I am your host, Sam Houston, and across the internet from me, trying to make it a little more cozy down there in the basement, my co-host, Mr. Samuel Graham. How you doing, good sir?
Doing pretty good.
Uh,
It's funny you say the word cozy. Do you remember we were talking this morning? I saw a reel on Facebook that was about the like having three kids, and it basically was like when I tell my children not to do something, and then it was their reactions, and it's the oldest. So because of the three, obviously Tegan's 16, she can use like logic, and she'll
right.
just go, "All right, I'll get it done."
Oh, hold on,
But
she's 16. How much logic does she actually?
no, she's doing all right. That one, she's got her head screwed on okay.
Mm-hmm.
But the three little ones, so I took that in kind of the microcosm, and and the oldest was like, "Oh, yes, mom, I'm so sorry, but yes, I'll get it done." The middle one was like, "If you want me to stop doing what I'm doing, you're gonna have to fucking kill me." And then the baby, it said the youngest, and it had Mr. Bean in the back of the convertible going, "Fuck you very much. Fuck you very much." And
Absolutely
it was
love it.
completely fucking accurate. It was very, very funny.
Well, I would say, Mr. Graham, the one thing that you do have going for you is you can at least go, you know what, 25%. I've done all right. The one,
Yeah.
the eldest has a head on her shoulders will be okay.
Well, that's it, man. That's why you have so many. Is fucking your odds are better for somebody being successful and able to take care of you when you get old and shit yourself.
And of course, on the ones and twos, but we're not going to throw to her because the voice is kicked. We've got producer Mel, and just got to give her a shout out and her flowers and her dues and all that good stuff. But we are recording at the DU Public House just outside the nation's capital. You can check us out wherever you get your podcasts, and of course, streaming live every single Monday night. Trying to be a little less sexy and creepy there for you, Mr. Graham, and not doing the old pill in your head. Should people want to chat with us, how do they go about doing it?
Very easy. It's at the Football Show and all the social media that we're involved in, and dfootballshow@gmail.com to get in touch via email.
Mr. Graham does love a throwback. That is for damn sure. And you know what? We are not drinking the exact same thing that we recently drank in the last show, but we both work in the wine and spirit industry and both have a deep, passionate love for all things distilled spirits. So as the red-blooded Americans we vow to have a drink in our hand throughout this show, every single show. Mr. Graham, what are you drinking this time?
So what I've got this time is one we've had before. Obviously, you got it for me. My birthday a couple years ago. It was one that we weren't going to be able to come across terribly often, so I have saved it. A fair bit of it. This is the Westward Whiskey Milestone. It's an American single malt, bold and ambitious, an achievement in American whiskey. Slow proofed in casks for uncommon depth of character. This one comes to you at 86 proof. It's got some Latin words on the front, and it's delicious.
And let me see that bottle. Is that the edition 1 or the edition 2?
This is edition number 1.
Very nice. Excellent. Very good.
And there's edition number 1 there at the bottom.
So essentially what they do is a Solera of sorts where they do a bunch of different finished casks. We know about their whiskey club and all that. And they take all those different barrels and blend them together. So every year, every edition that they do is different. So edition 2 was different than edition 1. And lucky enough with the relationship that I have with them, the CEO of the company sent me a bottle of the edition 3. And
oh, nice.
while I will be sharing it with you, Mr. Graham, one of our listeners is who I will be sharing it with first. Our good friend Ken up in Hartford County is a massive fan of the brand and actually bought the edition 2 himself.
Oh, nice.
His own hard earned. And because of that, the first person I'm going to crack the bottle with is him over a cigar at his place. And then the second person I'll be pouring a dram with will be you, Mr. Graham. So I haven't even had it yet. It'll be the first time liquid to lips when I hang out with Ken is exactly the time I'm going to do it. And then for me, I have switched over to one of the whiskeys that was on last year's top 20. This was number 10, actually. It was the Bernheim Wheat Whiskey Barrel Proof.
Oh, you're such a whore for wheat whiskey.
Yeah. Well,
you are such a whore for wheat whiskey.
Well, and particularly not a wheated bourbon, because I tend to agree with you. I'm not a massive fan of wheated bourbon, but a wheat whiskey on its own, because it is such a soft grain. I think there's a lot of nuance to be found in those styles of whiskeys, and certainly not to knock your beer proclivities, but I feel like there are people that are like massive hop heads and all they want is the more hop that smacks them in the face they're in love with, or wine drinkers that are like big popcorn butter bombs for Chardonnay, or in the world, for me, particularly in the world of cigars, these very dark as night, really full bodied cigars where I live in a world of nuance. I like to work and find the flavors in my palate. And I think that's something that really speaks to me when it comes to wheat whiskey. This is an exceptional wheat whiskey. I don't think it's the best wheat whiskey on the market. That has been well documented.
Buggy whip wheat
from Journeyman. That is a desert island whiskey for me. I mean, if you told me there were 5 bottles of whiskey I could have on a deserted island, that's absolutely in the top 5. I have to think about the other whiskeys I would have. That one I don't have to think about. If there was going to be a wheat whiskey, that would be the one. So, Mr. Graham, what should we always do?
Always remember to drink responsibly, ladies and gents.
Excellent. Let's get to it.
Championship Corner!
I've fallen and I can't get up.
Oh, no.
All right. There's only 2 stories, and one of them outshines the other one massively. South Coast Derby at Fratton Park.
It's a special place. We've obviously been there.
And the FA Cup that they played against each other was at Southampton. So it has been, I want to say 9 years since there has been a South Coast Derby at Fratton Park.
Yeah.
And Graham, you mentioned it. We've been there. Describe the atmosphere of that building, like what it is.
So we went on a Tuesday against Fleetwood Town with Joey Barton as the manager of Fleetwood Town.
Yep.
Obviously a very divisive figure. And he brought with him about 14 people from Fleetwood that sat on one side of the away stand with 2 ushers kind of guarding them, I guess you'd say. And they opened up the rest of the away stand to home support, of which there were probably 18 to 25 people where we were sat, because they were the extra seats that people didn't necessarily know were available. The other 3 stands of the stadium, fucking full to the brim
on a Tuesday night.
On a Tuesday night against, at the time, 14th placed Fleetwood Town in League One. It was at the time that we saw them. Pompey is a 1 club city.
Oh, also
in terms of
Graham,
their major player.
our stand does not serve alcohol. So if you come as away fans and fill that one stand, fuck you, you're not drinking.
Yeah. So we had some tea while we were there, which was nice. I needed it because the wind was whipping around like something serious.
Right.
And
You're on the South Coast, man. You're right there at the English Sea, you know?
Oh yeah, I do also want to mention, um, you know, this show we've aptly titled, DU does EFL after Debbie does Dallas
Mm-hmm.
and all that. But Sam and I did not while we didn't get to see the South Coast Derby, we did do the South Coast.
Right.
If that makes sense. Um, and Virgil van Dijk was kind of like Stacy doing the Ohio State University football team. The way he was bitching, moaning, and clinging on to the referees, right? I thought of that in the break, and I had to shoehorn it in somehow.
I don't hate it, and honestly, only the slightest bit of offense, because when you say no offense, there's going to be offense, but only the slightest bit of offense to Brighton, Bournemouth, and Southampton. The South Coast is Pompey.
Mm-hmm.
It's Pompey. It's like
it's Pompey,
the oldest club. Like they're and I know they went into administration, so that team is technically the quote newest club of all of it, but that is a proper fucking footballing town right there, man. And everyone was great and they were cool with us. And it
took them a second to be cool with us, though. You remember the pub we went into? We got there about 3.5 hours, 4 hours before the game. So we walked around. We happened to find a pub that served food. So we ate. A bit of a fancier pub. You remember that? The kind of bigger house.
A little more corporate.
Right on that roundabout.
I love the bartender when I went to pay the tab, looks at me and go, local, right?
Yeah. I was like,
absolutely live right around the corner, mate.
Yeah, it wasn't a Spoons corporate, but it was a corporate kind of place.
Close. Yeah.
It was close to a Weatherspoons. But we found some grub, essentially, and then just walked closer to the stadium and tried to figure out what to do. Went to the club shop. Obviously, that's where we found out we could buy tickets just straight up. So we did. And then we walked around the corner from the ground. And when we walked in the door and said, "Can I get a pint of lager?" Everyone in the pub stopped and looked at us.
They were like, "The fuck you doing here?"
And then we had to explain ourselves, essentially, because we did get the questions. And by the end of it, I think we played one game of twos of pool against some other people.
Yep.
And then they kindly fucked off and we played pool by ourselves for a minute. And then sat back down at the bar and just told stories and answered questions that people were asking us.
Well, I think they appreciated. We both admitted we had other clubs, but when we saw that
Pompey's near and dear,
when we saw the opportunity to go to this park and see this team play, it was a no-brainer. We were like, "Yep, we're getting on the train. We're going south. We are absolutely going to Pompey."
Oh shit! I forgot about the train part of the joke that I wanted to tell. Damn it!
So,
but the other thing is for me at least, Arsenal and Pompey have a special place in my heart, and always will. There was the game that I saw was it's the day I fell in love with Arsenal was Arsenal versus Portsmouth, and Thierry Henry. Scored. It was the FA Cup weekend, scored a couple. I thought it was a hat trick. I think it might have been a brace. It's been over 20 years now, so I can't quite remember. But the Pompey fans clapped him, and he came back out in a Pompey shirt that he had exchanged with another player to do his interview. And there's this really iconic photo of Thierry Henry waving some Portsmouth fans wearing a Portsmouth shirt with his Arsenal bottoms.
Right.
And it was a super, super special moment of getting to see them and being there, and everybody again was really receptive. We're from a port town, kind of close to us in
Oh,
Annapolis and
absolutely.
Baltimore,
Yep.
and so we get it. It's kind of hard nosed, it's kind of rough and tumble, dock workers and the nine, the whole nine, and I think they appreciated us and appreciated us appreciating them,
Yeah. And
really. And it was two cultures coming together, and it was glorious.
and particularly with you living initially in the Canton area of Baltimore, that is old school, right? Proper dock area. That was dock
Yeah.
worker world. And so let's get into the match. Early on, very much the exact same vibe of what happened at St. Mary's. It was really all Southampton. Pompey were nervous. You could tell they were nervous. You could tell the crowd and everything. They understood the brevity of what they were doing.
Yeah.
And it got to them. It really got to them. And they survived the first half, and it was all the Saints. Saints had plenty of chances. They couldn't put them away. 57th minute, Saints score. And while I would hate this being more Pompey than Saints, the player who scored, newer player signed this year, scored at the away end on the Pompey supporters, turned the corner, ran the entire fucking stand, arms out in front of the fucking Pompey faithful. You got it. You got the assignment, right? Like it's Pompey fucking Southampton. And if I'm going to score a goal in Fratton Park, I'm going to let everyone know I scored a goal.
Yeah.
So I'm going to let your booze rain down on me and fuel me. And he's just running down the side, being like the Vardiest of Vardy moments, just being like, go ahead, fuckers, give it to me. I want to hear it,
Yeah, but obviously a lot of competitive people need that. I mean, you remember the Jordan documentary we saw. I invented narratives in my head to fuel me to be as great as I was, right? So when you do it, to then stick it to those people who've probably been giving you loads of shit the whole game anyway, it's just a wonderful feeling. And that's probably true. Which is, it's just fun. And I'm sure the people we met were there, from that pub. I'm sure they were there, and I'm sure they were giving it the good bash after that. Something like that though lifts a stadium, right? Something like that goes, oh, okay. We spoke on the main show about Ellen Road. We spoke about, I didn't say it, but those kind of European nights at Anfield and what those supporters do with "You'll Never Walk Alone" and Istanbul and all that kind of stuff. Right. We all that history. We talked about St. James's Park. We talked about these one club cities and these one club situations where that stadium becomes literally your 12th man. Home field advantage is intense in those places, right? Fratton Park is one of those places. That's one of those stadiums.
And that is a building where they win a lot. It's what they did in League One when they got promoted. It's what they've been doing in the championship last year, leading into this year. Now
it's the platform you need to be successful, right? Win your games at home, right? So, if you go 15 out of 18, you've done, or 15 out of 19 in the Premier League, you've done 45 points. You're guaranteed safety. You start getting in Europe and stuff conversations when you win a game or two on the road, kind of thing. But you have to make your home field the fortress. That's how you're success. That's the platform for being successful.
So back against the wall, they're fading, and it seems like the Saints are just going to get this one. It just felt like it. The great equalizer, set pieces.
Come on.
Corner comes across. brand new guy that they just signed. Ball bounces around, ping pong, header, boom, back of the net, 1-1. And
Place goes wild.
Where they score is in front of all the Southampton fans.
And then he's standing there just like this,
just,
in front of them,
just arms out, just be like, give it to me, right on me, give me everything. And that was in the 77th minute. And how Pompey did not win that game is beyond me. They were the minute the goal happened, it seemed like all the weight went off the shoulders of Pompey, and they were just like, let's go get these fuckers.
But that's the thing, right? It's an old adage. Goals change games.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look what happened, right? We talked about when Everton scored against Leeds on the main show.
Right.
I ran right to FanDuel, $5 on Everton to win. I told you they were plus 380.
Yeah.
I was like, I ain't gonna get better odds than that. That's easy $20 because you had this momentum, right? And the crowd behind you in the stadium, the atmosphere just lifted. And that's especially in a derby here. We're talking about this game. That's exactly what happened. And how they don't go on to win it is still a mystery to me.
So whistle finally goes off. Match is over. Here's where the problems come. Apparently a ball boy got struck by a crutch that got thrown from the away stand.
How upset must you be?
That my walking device. The
I don't need to walk. Fuck this.
Walk. Yeah. Fuck walking. And we walked from the stadium to the train. It ain't a short walk.
It's not close. Yeah, you're upper sides of a mile and a quarter, and you have to navigate a giant Tesco parking lot.
Yeah, and so now you have your cunt for the end of the show is going to be now. Southampton fans apparently snuck in flashbang grenades, and there's a ball boy that went to the hospital with ear damage. Now he's recovering, but yeah, they threw a fucking flashbang.
That's intense.
Onto the fucking pitch.
Yeah, that's a bit much. Flares, okay, one thing, but flashbangs. That's a bit much. To be honest, I actually commend the crutch guy now that it was only a crutch.
That the Pompey guys, when they went to St. Mary's, seemed to be able to keep it in their fucking pants and not lose their goddamn minds. And we love our boy Kenny. We love him. We love the fact that he has his club and his club is Southampton. But we have a history with Southampton, and we just don't like them. And
bro, you remember when that player died that was about to sign for Pompey and they did the airplane?
No. It was Cardiff. It was Cardiff City.
Oh, it was Cardiff. It was Cardiff. You're right.
Cardiff ended up going down that season from the Premier League. And
but when Southampton played them, the plane crashed in the channel on the way over.
It happened. The fucking week.
And they're doing the fucking airplane thing in the stands. When they played Cardiff. It was Cardiff also wear blue, where my mind went. But it's and then a flashbang. I mean, Portsmouth, it's wrong to do that in general. And the fact that a child got hurt as a result of that makes it extra wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Here's something that not a lot of people are going to know in this country that I have to say. Portsmouth are a very heavy Navy town.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people in the service. I guarantee you at least half of that stadium has seen some sort of military service, right? In some way, shape, or form. And what risk of PTSD are you setting off by throwing a fucking flashbang in the middle of the field?
Honduras, one of our very dear friends, and you know him well. We're not going to name names or anything, but people were shooting off fireworks, and he was screaming like, some of us have been in the fucking military, assholes. The fucking fireworks aren't good. They're not a cool thing. And the flashbang,
it's one thing. It's probably one thing if you expect it, like the 4th of July. I'm going to stay in my house. I'm going to hide. I'm going to put headphones on or whatever, listen to a podcast. This podcast might be a good thing to hide you from fireworks if that triggers you. But I'd probably have to say that I'm sure that explosion, that sound is a specific fucking sound, right? And that has to be very triggering for a lot of people. And risking that is not okay. That's not fucking cool. The fact that you also injured a child in doing so is not fucking cool. What I've also learned that St. Mary's apparently is just carte blanche to do whatever the fuck you want and be a cunt.
Yep, exactly. Now, unfortunately, Pompey with the draw are still in the drop. They are level on points with Blackburn and have a -2 goal differential to Blackburn. And then Norwich is 3 points ahead of both of them.
And Blackburn sit just outside?
Yes.
Okay.
And for
I
me,
think Pompey turn around.
I'm perfectly fine with seeing Blackburn go down. Much of the opinion that I have with the Premier League, when there's a team that's just comfortable getting by, that's exactly the team I want to see go down. Like, I mean,
yeah, be ambitious, do something, try something.
We love Danny and we love the whole lot of Wolves boys, but the Wolves have been coasting, and seeing them go down, it's like, you know what, you fucking deserve to go down. You've been coasting, and same applies in the regards of Blackburn. I'd rather see Blackburn go down than Pompey. Pompey's a team that I feel deserves to be in the championship, and hell, one day I'd love to see them get back up to the Prem. I'd love
to go be there for a game.
I would love to see that. I'd love to be in the away end for Everton to see.
Yeah. I'd go fucking, I'd do that again in a heartbeat.
Absolutely positively.
I would do that on fucking Christmas Eve.
So the rest of the leagues, there's not a lot to talk about, but I do want to focus on one thing that happened in the championship. In the midweek, Wrexham got themselves a draw, but then over the weekend, down 2-1 at QPR in the 90th minute, they score 2 to win 3-2, and Mr. Graham move into 6th place in the final playoff position.
It's fucking
championship,
bro. It's fucking crazy. Listen, I'm gonna make the biggest prediction right now. There's gonna be a documentary about this season.
Oh, especially if they go up.
Oh no, there's gonna be a documentary about this season. Period. No matter what they do. Because there is an ongoing documentary about them.
Yeah. Well, that's
the joke.
To Wrexham.
It's just happening. Yeah, it's just a TV contract they have. Yes, thank you. It must. You need to grow some hair so some of these jokes stick. They're just getting right off of there. Bang, bang.
Yeah,
you fucking cunt.
Oh, sorry about that. My bad. Let's go ahead and move on to League One and wrap this all up pretty quickly. The big news is the Posh. Remember, they were dead fucking last, have shot up the table into 9th place, winning 7 of their last 9. Now, two they haven't won were losses, but 7 out of 9, who gives a shit if you lose 2 of them, right? Like, that's a hell of a run. Since December, they have been in form. Now, Bolton, Bradford City, and Stockport are 3rd, 4th, and 5th, all on 46 points.
Love that.
At +9, +7, and +5 goal
difference. That's a very lower league situation. It feels like.
Yeah.
Kind of perfect. It's kind of crazy. Like in the Premier League, you've got the same thing, sort of 6th through 13th are separated by 3 points, and that's it. So you can jump 6 spots in the table if results go your way. The fact that they're all on fucking 46 points is wild.
Now, as we talked about the Posh going up, the Laddocks have gone down. Wigan lost 4 of their last 5 and are currently sitting in 19th place. They've got a 4-point buffer from the cushion, but 4 out of 5 losses is not fucking good. And that is the kind of
so wish we named the show
up and down, right?
Yeah. I so wish we named their show because buffer from the cushion would be it. What does that mean?
Love
They got a bumper from the drop zone, you got.
League Two. Walsall has now fallen to 5th place after a 0-0 draw with Accy. Accy are sitting in 16th with a 14-point cushion over the drop. And now here's the big one. 20th through 23rd place. Remember, there's 24 teams in League Two.
Yep.
Separated by 2 fucking points. Crowley, Shrewsbury, Bristol Rovers, and Newport County.
Oh, I really don't want to see Newport
points.
County drop out the league. I really don't want to see Newport County drop out the league.
For me, just guilt by association, it would be Crowley, just because they had that real racist as fuck manager 2 years ago. I'm sorry, 3 years ago when they were League One.
I remember that.
When he didn't want the darkies to fucking dress with the white people, would separate the Asians and Africans and
absolutely absurd. Absolutely absurd.
So just guilt by association because you hired that fucking cunt. I'm perfectly fine with you falling out of the league.
Yeah,
what you deserve.
I only have one quick thing about League One real fast, just jumping back. How are Wigan's rugby team doing? Because if they're doing okay, then the town's happy. That's all that matters.
I don't know. That's a question for our boy Ben. Find out
because that's what Ben said. It's mostly a rugby town, and they don't give a fuck about their football team, to be completely honest. So that's all I have to say about that.
All right. So final.
But now I kind of hear you about Crawley. If they go by the wayside, I'm not too sad. Bristol Rovers, that'd be a shame. They've been a football league team for a while now.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be a shame if they went out. Newport County's a Welsh team. Most famously, we saw them against Manchester City in the FA Cup on their potato patch, and they got whooped. But it was a fun watch, and they had about 45 minutes of level football with City before they went on a tear in the second half, if I remember correctly.
Also, don't forget the very next year they played West Ham in the all black kits when the fireworks went off 10 minutes into the match. And the entire left-hand side of the pitch was standing water. And just remember Mikel Antonio go running down the sidelines and kicking the ball, and it just stopped. It stopped in standing water.
Also, I believe that was the club that our famous fat guy chant happened.
Yes, it is absolutely the case. Now, I do want to do our parting words, since we kind of already talked about the Southampton stuff. Our boy Geck, Stat Boy, gave us a great little side note. Bad weekend for FA Cup darlings. Boreham Wood.
This isn't what you want to hear.
And Weston Super Mare. Both lost. Got you right with the mouthful of beer there. And unfortunately, the Wood have dropped to 3rd place in the National League. York City have passed them.
Hey, on Wednesday is my 9th anniversary.
Mm-hmm.
My Wood dropped to 3rd here, too. She'd rather use at least 2 of her fingers before mine.
Heard. Well said, Mr. Graham. We should be actually saving that, though, for injury time, and where we're going to preview the weekend's action, talk about the beers we were drinking, and check in on our fantasy teams. And should somebody want to check out injury time, Mr. Graham, how'd they go about doing that?
Very easy, actually. It's patreon.com/The Football Show. Sign up to that $1 tier. You get all the extra content Sam just told you about.
Excellent. Till next week, everybody.
Good night.